Hey guys, and welcome back here to Born Beautiful here with Amy. I am so excited to be back here with you guys for another video, and today is not a very exciting video only because today I actually have a negative review on two products from the same brand. And yes, we are talking about Too Faced, so if you want to learn more, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you are not already, enter our 200 subscriber giveaway right here, and let's just get started with the video. So the first thing that I want to talk about, just because it's going to be the product that I go through the quickest, is actually the Too Faced Love Light Prismatic Highlighter. I only got one shade out of the three. I got the white one, there was a pink one, and a gold one. I got blinded by the light, which is the one everybody's like saying is the better one because it's more pigmented, and in my opinion this is just not pigmented enough. I know people are defending, saying okay, it's a baked highlighter, baked highlighters give you less pigmentation. Okay, so like, why does Laura Geller give me baked highlighters that like blind you, literally blind you? There's no reason for it. So that to me is personally not an excuse with this highlighter. And the packaging is beautiful, but for $30 to get a highlight that I really had to pack on is just not worth it to me. The heart shaped, it gets to you, but honestly Too Faced has been slacking so much lately that you're just like, is it really worth it? Is the packaging worth it? Like, if the product isn't there, like, the finger swatch isn't bad. It's not bad at all, actually. But once you compare it to, like, say, Laura Geller, or even, you know which one, actually? Once you compare it to the Carly Bible one, which I do have a review on this. I will link it in a card up here. The white one, I have nothing on my finger. Let's go like that. Light swatch. Look at this. That's blinded by the light. I am going to say, you know, let's be fair here. This one doesn't have as much iridescence as this one has. But okay, let's go to another palette then. Let's go into Anastasia Beverly Hills collab with Nicole Guerrero. Let's swatch, nothing on my fingers again, Forever Young. And let's swatch Glow Getter. Light swatches, look at that pigmentation right there. So this one is a Too Faced one. Let's put Forever Lit right there. Look how close these shades are. And look how much more pigmented Glow Getter is. Not Glow Getter, Forever Young is. It's so beautiful compared to the Too Faced one. So blinding. That is a blinding highlight, you know. Not that Too Faced one. Not that Too Faced one. The Too Faced one, if you go in with a fan brush, you get zero pigmentation. If you go in with a very nice, like, tapered, kind of like fluffy one, then you will get decent pigmentation like what I have, because it is the one I'm wearing. But you really have to build it up. And I'm going to give it to Too Faced. They give you 9 grams, so that's a lot. But do you really want to be working in there with your highlight when you have Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighters that are really pigmented? Zero effort. You could definitely go in there with a fan brush. It's going to be just as pigmented. I just don't think it's worth $30. And then this is Glow Getter. So if you're looking more for like a goldy one, it'd be Glow Getter. If you're looking more for a pinky one, it would be Forever Lit. Like, the Too Faced one is just looking really weak compared to all of them. And this right here comes in a $20 eyeshadow palette that brings 21 shades. Is the Too Faced one really worth it, even though it's 9 grams of product? Yes, it's cruelty-free. The Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, that's cruelty-free too. So I just don't think this lived up to the expectations, didn't live up to the hype. It's just not good enough. It's not giving me what I have with other highlighters for $30, when this gives me 6 highlighters for $45. It's like a no-brainer to me. So that's why this one is going back to the store, because my money is not going to be invested in a product that I know I'm barely going to touch. It's just not going to happen. So at the end of the video, after the tutorial that I'm going to show you, I am going to show you that highlighter being applied with a fan brush, which was really bad. And then being applied with this brush, which is the Y14. That's a little bit more dense at the top, which applies so much better. So really, if you have it and you want to use it, you really like the packaging, you want to have it to your collection, just try to use a very nice, compact, dense brush. And that's a highlight where the brush actually really matters. So this is what I really wanted to get to. This is the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Honey palette. Yes, the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Honey palette that was so hyped up. Everyone wanted. It apparently smells like peanut butter and honey. This comes with 9 eyeshadows. It's their normal kind of pan size and, you know, shapes. These 3 are 2 grams exactly. These 6 are 0.9 grams. So that's pretty decent. But this palette right here is $36. With $13 more, you could get a full-size chocolate bar, chocolate bonbons. The sweet peach one's really good. The new one that's coming out, that's the Clover palette. That one seems very intriguing, especially because it has a yellow and it looks brighter. So I'm hoping it has more pop than this one. But we'll get into that in a couple seconds. For now, let's just take care of the outside. The packaging looks beautiful. Like always, like Too Faced, it always looks beautiful. It looks amazing. The smell, the more I smell it, the more I smell cinnamon. I don't really smell that honey, but maybe it's just me. Compared to the peanut butter and honey one, yeah, I totally love the way this one smells. This one is just lacking something. The smell isn't like really that... Oh my god, it's so delicious. Like the chocolate one, the peanut butter one. This one's just like, it's a little bit weird almost. But the packaging is beautiful. It has a pamphlet with 3 looks that apparently take 3 minutes, supposedly. And that's how that looks. So let's get into the shades. The problem that I have with these 3 larger pans here, we get 6 grams of light toned eyeshadows that really make no big significance in your eyeshadow. I mean, I wish there was more of differences. I feel like they all wash each other out, and that to me is the main problem with this palette. Everything in here to me just washes out together. These 3 just wash out together. This one, it stands out just because of a little bit of shimmer that it could give your brow bone, so it looks really nice. But if I look at it now, it's been like 2 hours. There's 0 of that glitter. It all fell out. It's not there anymore. I use a setting spray and there's nothing. I used the primer. 0 glitter on the brow bone. So basically we're left with 3 shades that practically look the same as an eyeshadow base. Bring almost no difference. This one's a little bit more pink, as you could tell, but it really doesn't show up as so on the eye. So these colors, I feel like they're just a waste, you know. So now for this little 6 ones, which each are like almost 1 gram. They're 0.009 grams. For peanut butter and feeling nutty, I feel like these 2 shades really wash each other out. I'm wearing every single shade on the eye today. So that's what it's like, kind of like my transition. And at first I tried to make them look different, but the more I blended, the more they just created one color that was really just in between both of these shades and didn't really add much difference when I mixed them together. Like 0. Like I tried using one more as like the kind of transition and one more precisely on the crease. It just didn't work. For Honey Brittle, it's a very beautiful shade, but it barely shows on my complexion, and I'm like a medium, so I can only imagine what it looks like on darker skin complexions. Like it just doesn't show up really at all. It does a little bit, but nothing crazy. Like if you're gonna use the other ones, this doesn't pop out at all. Say if you want to use this with like a peach color from the peach palette, then it'll pop. But with these eyeshadows, I just feel like it doesn't complement them. Like the other ones just overpower it and take over this shade. For Going Nuts, I was so excited about that one, but then at the same time I feel like Too Faced puts like that dark kind of purple on every single palette they have. Am I not right? They have one in the Bonbons palette. They have some in the Sweet Peach one. They have some in the chocolate bar. Like they need to do something different. And this dark purple, like if you see it on my eye, it just looks like a dark kind of gray black eyeshadow. And the satin finish, the kind of like really beautiful shade here is gone. It just looks like a matte, like a dirt, like a very gray black sort of shadow. So it doesn't really like give me anything different, anything invented, anything that I'm like, yeah, you need this. It doesn't have anything that's like, you need to go get this palette because you don't have any of these eyeshadows in any of your other Too Faced palettes. That's not the case. I feel like these 2 are probably the most unique ones, because even this one, I feel like it's really similar to Peanut Brittle from the Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, except that one's a satin. This one is a glitter. It's like a glitter one because there's literally like really big glitters in there, but when you put it on the eye, they basically swipe away to nothing. So what I had to do was go in with Stila's Magnificent Liquid Eyeshadow in Goddess, and I applied that right there to add a little bit of something, a little bit of glitter, because here in the middle there's zero of that beautiful gold glitter that's right there. It just falls out. It literally just all falls out, and I really like the way that glitter looks in there, so I wish it was on my eye. I even wet the shadow, like I took a little bit and I wet it, put some glitter glue. It just didn't work. It doesn't want to work. And then finally, Honey Buns. Oh my god, was I excited for this yellow, guys? Let me not tell you how excited I was for it. I was like, I need this palette because of that yellow. I have no yellow in my collection. I need it. Like, oh my god, I have to have it. I have to use it. I have so many inspirations, like peachy yellow kind of tones, like cranberry with yellow, like that would be popping. And then I go and I put it on there, like the first third part of the lid. Do you see any yellow? It looks like a dusty, like kind of like, it almost literally looks like Feeling Nutty now that I think about it. It looks like Feeling Nutty in my face. Oh my god, it looks like Feeling Nutty. And it's the yellow shade, guys. Look at that. You see yellow? It literally looks like Feeling Nutty. So it didn't give me that yellow, and I used a very brightening base. I used like a concealer that I use with like all my shadows to make them pop. Nothing. I'm so sad, guys. Like, I was so like, I had my hopes in this Honey Buns shade because I love honey. I love Winnie the Pooh. Anything that has to do with honey, it's so cute. And it was such a disappointment. Like, there's no yellow. This shade that I have in the inner corners, that's from another palette, looks more yellow than the shade right there. Let's be honest. Let's be real. So I was just disappointed in this palette, guys. What can I say? And like, they're so hard to show up on my complexions. Like, I'm so surprised because usually I don't have that problem because I'm not like a medium tan. I'm like just like straight up medium. So I usually don't have that problem. And with this palette, I had that problem. I used it the first 2 times. I used like the, what is it called? I used the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and the yellow literally like, it was see through my skin. Like, basically you could see through my skin. It was horrible. I took that look right off away because no matter what I did, it just didn't get better. It looked nasty, so I took that off. Then I went in and I used my Essence I Love Stage eyeshadow primer, which I always use. So a high-end and in a drugstore didn't do nothing, like really zero. So I was like, you know what, let me give myself more head coverage. So I went and I took the Rimmel Matte Perfection Concealer, which is my holy grail, and this is the best I could do. And if I'm honest, the reason why that purple eyeliner with the little pop of silver is there is because it looks so boring to me. It almost literally looked like all the colors blended together, and then there was a little bit of dimension on the lid. It just looks so boring. And you guys know I like to play with color. I like natural eyeshadows. I mean, I feel like I should do like a video with like 3 natural neutral eyeshadow looks. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you want to see a video like that. I do like them. I like to, like, you know, I like to look natural sometimes, like neutral makeup. Not natural. I like to have some neutral makeup here and there, but this is just not working out with me. So when I put the eyeliner, that's when I was like, okay, now I'm popping. So personally, I just feel like this is nothing new to the table. I feel like maybe the Natural Love from Too Faced, if you really want like neutral colors, you would be better off with that one because you could create more than the like 1 or 2 looks you could create with this palette. That's just me. I mean, I get it if you just like neutral eyeshadows, but I'm pretty sure you want to do like 100 different neutral eyeshadow looks and not just one every single day that looks exactly the same. That's just my personal opinion. So on that note, that's why I didn't really like this palette. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to insert the swatches, and then I'm going to insert this eyeshadow tutorial so you guys can recreate this if you already have it, if maybe you do like it, maybe you're lighter toned, and if you have a lighter complexion, I feel like this palette could possibly really work for you, even though I feel like you do have to build up the colors. I feel like it might work for you. So if you have it and it works for you, you would love this tutorial. I feel like this this makeup will look amazing on you. But personally on me, I just feel like it looks a little bit boring without the purple eyeliner and the nice like lashes with the eyeliner. Like just the eyeshadow look, I feel like it's very boring on my skin tone personally. Like it just doesn't say, hey, look at me. So yeah guys, let's go see the live swatches and let's see the tutorial. Okay guys, so we're going to start off by using the shade Queen Bee. This is like a neutral kind of cream eyeshadow. We're going to be using this as an all over the base for our eyelid. That way the primer is nice and set and we have a smooth canvas for the rest of our eyeshadows. So please do excuse my voice. I am so sick right now, but I haven't uploaded for you guys, so I really felt like I had to. So the next shade we're applying is Honey Brittle, and I'm applying this as a transition shade. As you can see, it was a little bit hard to build up. It didn't have too much pigmentation. Next, I'm going in with a more precise kind of pencil brush using the shade Feeling Nutty, and I'm applying this to the crease basically to do sort of like a little cut crease. It's not really an intense cut crease. It's like a very mild one, I would say. Following, we're going to be using Bee's Knees, which I was so excited about because of the shimmer, and it really just disappointed me because the shimmer didn't really come out on the eyelid, but it is a very beautiful kind of undertone, like an orange, like a burnt orange color. It's really pretty. So next I'm going to go back in with Peanut Butter, and I'm applying that on the transition, basically a little bit above the cut crease or the shade Feeling Nutty, just to give it some depth. Next, I'm going on with the shade Going Nuts, and I'm applying this to the outer V just to deepen up the look. Sorry for the blurriness. So like as you can see, it wasn't the most pigmented eyeshadow. Well, it was pigmented, but it wasn't really that much of a very rich deep purple like I wanted. It was more like an off purple kind of shade. So I did wet my brush a little bit, and I kept applying Bee's Knees to make it pop a little bit more. And I wanted some shimmer that way, but still 0% of the shimmer actually went onto the eye. Next, I'm using the shade Honey Buns, and I'm applying that to the like first third of the eyelid, and as you can see, it does come out, but it's not really like a bright yellow like what I was really wanting this palette to have, a bright beautiful yellow. It was definitely not that. I do feel like in a way you can still see through my eye in that like part right there. So next I'm going in with Creamed Honey, and I'm applying that as my brow bone highlight. Then I'm going back in with Peanut Butter and just blending out that transition a little bit more because I felt like it looked too nude. That way we have like a nice gradient going on. And then I'm going in with Kitten Karma by the Stila. These are magnificent liquid eyeshadows. I'm applying just a little dot in the center of the eyelid, and you could definitely blend it out if you want. I think it looks really nice. And next I'm going in with the NYX Vivid Eyeliner. This is the purple shade. And I'm just applying that kind of like in the middle and pulling towards the outside of the outer V.
And as you can see, I did mess up slightly there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the pencil brush that I was using. Just kind of blend it out before it dries. And that helps so much. And then if there's like any fallout, just go over with the purple again. I did use the Jessie's Girl eyeliner. And then for the silver, I used the NYX crystal liner in silver. And finally, I'm applying a little bit of peanut butter onto the lower lash line. Now I'm going to show you the highlighter blinded by the light. First, I'm going to apply it using a nice tapered brush, which is the one I mentioned earlier. And as you can see, I have to really dig in deep in there, but the pigment does come off. It looks really pretty, to be honest, but just in person, I feel like it wasn't as pigmented as I wanted it to be. So that's how that looks after you blend it out. Just gonna add a little bit to my nose and a little bit to the Cupid's bow. So like I'm saying, it's not a horrible highlight. It's just a highlighter that's a little bit high maintenance and you have to get the right brush for it. Sometimes wet it. And you really do have to build it up. As you can see, I really dug in the highlighter to actually get some pigmentation. I had only used the highlighter like twice and the top part of the highlighter was already kind of like disappeared. So next I'm going in with the fan brush and I'm applying that to my other cheek. And look at the big difference. Like here you're just getting like a very, very subtle hint of highlight. But if you like that subtle highlight, then this might be the highlighter for you guys. And I shall go drink some tea now because I feel like I'm dying.
Okay guys, that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. So now you know why I'm returning the Blinded by the Light highlighter, why I'm returning the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Honey palette. Honestly, I feel like with this one, you're just better off saving up money and buying the Clover palette that's coming in August or September, I believe. It has another yellow, so you know what? Maybe Too Faced stepped it up. Maybe it's about time. If they didn't, we might be like about to like cut our relationship with Too Faced because of a lot of things that have been going on right now. But without further ado, guys, thank you so much. Let me know what you thought of the look. Let me know what you think of the swatches, the palette. Do you have it? Do you love it? Just let me know, guys. And without further ado, guys, see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to enter the 200 subscriber giveaway. And I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to watch one of my previous videos that will be popping up in like 2 seconds. So, bye, guys.